So Gray in 1 for Britain, Lee in 2 for China, Valle in 3 for Cuba, then Colin JACKSON, the world record holder, McKoy, the Olympic champion, in 5, Johnson, the US champion, in 6, Bate of Cuba in 7, VANDER-KUYP of Australia in lane 8. These plans, up till the last week or so, they've all been able to say they've got time to make adjustments, but that's really isn't the case now. JACKSON in 4, McKoy in 5, Johnson in 6. Away this time, good start from Mark MCKOY, that's to be expected. JACKSON hits the first hurdle hard. Johnson's going well too, 3rd from left. JACKSON looking very good now against Johnson. It's between these two. Johnson easing away from JACKSON, or is he? JACKSON fighting all the way, loses it on the dip there. Johnson takes it, 13.06, but it was close, and certainly that would have been a very, very strong run from Colin JACKSON, possibly his fastest of the season. And I think, Steve, he's lost to Johnson there, but he knows that Johnson has found that groove, and for Colin, that race represented a major improvement on anything we've seen yet this year. He was close to the American, and I fancy will be closer over the next couple of weeks and possibly in Atlanta.
Hits the first hurdle very hard indeed. After that, he got into a very good smooth rhythm. He's almost level with Johnson here. Johnson managed to get half a yard or so ahead through the next 2-3 hurdles. Colin hits that one hard, and then just somewhere around about here, there you go, Johnson hits one. For a second it looked as though Colin might be able to get right back on terms. Such a strong finisher, of course, but Johnson manages to hold him off. But as you said, I think Colin will take very good heart from this, and Johnson will know, as he undoubtedly knew beforehand, that Atlanta is really going to be about the man on the day who can produce not the perfect performance, but the good enough performance to do the job on the day. Given the pressure, given the nerves, the competition, to be able to be technically sound, keep the rhythm, not hit too many of these too hard. And Colin knows that he's beginning to get that rhythm, as you said, beginning to get in the groove. And, well, it's a defeat for him again, and he won't like that, but it's an improvement.
Of course, major absentee there from the British perspective too is Tony Jarrett, who is so good at peaking for the big events. And Tony choosing on this occasion not to test himself against the likes of Alan Johnson. So from Johnson's perspective, perhaps Tony Jarrett is one of the few dangerous unknown quantities. Look at the determination there on the face of Alan Johnson. He is the world champion, of course, both indoors and out, and he's determined to get that Olympic gold in his collection. JACKSON is too.